today, State Line. We are visiting with our friend Tim Mahoney. I was going to say in your new studio. It's so nice here. This is your new office.
It is.
In Freeport.
Thank you very much for being here. This is our new offices in Freeport, Illinois at 109 Main Street. We bought this building a year and a half ago, and then my dad and I spent about a year redoing it, and we've been in about a month, and we're really excited to be here.
It is very nice. I love the building. Just walking in, I was like, oh, and it smells good. I don't even know what it was, but something smells good.
We have an infuser. We have an
There you go.
I learned that trick from hotels. We have an infuser so that it smells nice when you come walking in.
That's a good trick. I should get one for my apartment. But that's not what we're here for today. Today we are talking about frequently asked questions in regards to the law.
Right.
You've been a lawyer for very many years.
28, coming up on 28 years, yeah.
So I'm sure you've had a lot of questions that people ask you, and you're kind of like, well, we should talk about this. Like, here's the funny questions and also the questions you get asked time and time again that why don't we just answer for the crowd of those very popular questions. So what do you got?
So some of the funny questions are sometimes, you know, you'll be in a divorce case. Back when I first started, I did a lot of family stuff, and somebody would say, well, can I take all this money and then just put it in my dad's name, and then I won't have to divide some of it up? And you have to go, you know, no, that's fraud, and also you would be committing a felony with the court because you sign an affidavit that says these are the assets that you have. A lot of times, you know, a certain segment of society that does a lot of borrowing with the bank, that segment would come in and say, you know, I don't have any assets, I don't have anything, and you would go, well, here's this signed affidavit that you gave to the bank that says that you're actually worth like $2 million. And they go, oh, well, that's just for borrowing purposes so that we can borrow money. Well, this is actually a federally sworn document, so maybe we want to change how we're going to
You're like, somewhere there's a problem, whether it was the original document or now.
Right, right. So we have to change our approach with regards to that. So.
And you were telling me earlier that one, and because I actually really want to know the answer to this. If you don't have a will, where does your stuff go?
So there's a lot of people worry about that if I die without a will, my money goes to the government. Okay, so the Old England common law, that was true. If you died without a will, your money escheated, escheat is the term.
Escheated.
Right, we all got to say Latin so nobody knows what the heck we're talking about. So it would escheat to the government. Well, but that law allows the legislature to write a law that says what happens if you die without a will. And Illinois, of course, did that hundreds of years ago, not quite hundreds, but over 100 years ago. And it's called intestate succession. So if you die without a will, your property goes to your heirs, and there's this very complicated statute about how that happens. But if you have heirs, your money doesn't go to the government, it goes to your heirs.
Okay.
Now, one of the more interesting cases that ever happened on escheat is a case involving Elvis Presley. When Elvis Presley died, there was all these, he was on a concert tour, and so there was all of these tickets that had been sold for this concert tour that he was going to do over a summer. The people had the opportunity to turn the tickets in and get their money back. Well, none of them did, because they all had this ticket for Elvis's concert and he was now gone.
They wanted to keep it.
They wanted the ticket because they knew it was going to be a collector's item. So here sat all of this money. Well, it sat there, and then the governments from each of those states tried to come in and grab the money, claiming that it was unclaimed money and therefore it would escheat to them. But the promoters of the various concerts came in and fought that and said, you know, it's not unclaimed money, it's that they made a choice to keep the ticket, and we still had costs promoting it. But it went up to the Supreme Court of each of the states. The promoters did end up winning, and the government's lost, I think, in every case. But that's one of the more bigger cases involving escheat.
Well, and that makes so much sense, because why would you want to get rid of your ticket?
Right, you know that that's going to be worth more than whatever money you're going to get back, especially down the road.
Especially because people think Elvis didn't die.
Right.
What if he comes back and then you have your ticket?
Right, if you watch Men in Black 2, you know, he just went home. Right.
Okay, so we have some other ones that we found that I actually thought this was really funny. This person, as a lawyer online, said, I used to exclusively practice family law. Someone asked me if she could unadopt her kids because she hated them and didn't want to pay child support for them anymore. Obviously, that's sad to think of, but can you unadopt somebody?
So if DCFS gets involved, there is a way now that you can surrender parental rights in the state of Illinois. That's actually somewhat recent. When I did family law stuff, that wasn't available, but that's if DCFS is involved.
Okay, so there's a lot more going on.
There's a lot more going on, and I've actually been asked that too. I actually had somebody say, well, can't I just waive my rights as opposed to paying child support? No, you have to actually pay your child support.
Would it be illegal if I purposely wrecked my car for the insurance money?
Yes, that's insurance fraud. One of the things that you have to do is sign an affidavit as to what actually happened, and you cannot intentionally damage something and then make a claim against it. It has to be that it was damaged in one of the covered areas under your insurance policy.
Well, Tim, if anyone has any questions for you or just wants to talk to you about some legal trouble that they're having, where can they find you?
MahoneysGotYourBack.com. I do all rec work, plaintiff's work, but Anthony Pesca in my office does a great deal of criminal defense. So if you have something along those lines, then he can take care of you there.
And you can come smell this amazing new office. Smells so good.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Coming up next on Good Day State Line, Kelly Richel's here to talk about Nick's home run. And then we're talking with radio and TV host Bobby Bones about how we can help veterans. But first, it's birthday time. Happy belated birthday to Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Rave. She celebrated on Thursday. And happy birthday to Ringo Nelson, who's celebrating this coming Wednesday. On Thursday this week, happy birthday to Zeke, who's turning 24. And also happy birthday to Ashley, who's celebrating on Friday. Send us your friends and family birthday shout outs too. So easy. Just email us at gooddaystateline@WTVO. We'll be right back.